First off, welcome to week 6. We're past halfway point in the class. We've gone over 5 weeks. We're now into week 6 material. We're going to finish out the informative speech this week, and then next week we're going to take up that final assignment, the persuasive speech. So here at the beginning of the week, what I'd really like to do is just kind of give you a sense for what we're going to be doing over the next couple of video lectures and in the discussion forums. So right now I'd just like to talk about where we are in the informative, kind of give you a sense for what we're going to be doing this week, and then finally end by talking about how all of this should translate to the informative speeches that you're doing in this class and outside of this class. So to begin with, where are we in the informative? Okay, the informative, unlike the impromptu, is 3 weeks long. We're in the final third of that informative speech. So at this point, you should have completed a draft, right? That was sort of week 4 material, the introduction to the informative speech. We've talked about goals. Last week, you really put some flesh on the skeleton of that speech. You've developed a full draft. You've refined it with evidence. So now what we're going to be doing in this week is putting those final touches on your outline. We're going to be talking first off about introductions and conclusions, specifically introductions and conclusions for informative speeches. And then we get into some really interesting stuff on performance and delivery. So we'll spend a fair bit of time talking about ethos, defining that term, and then thinking about how it's going to work for you as an informative speaker. We'll really pursue ethos through a couple of case studies. We'll take a look at Bill Clinton, and we'll also take a look at Neil deGrasse Tyson as a way of understanding ethos through the specific case studies as well as through a discussion of general principles. And then finally, we'll move into some stuff on delivery. At this point, I want to talk a little bit about pacing and pausing. Certainly, you're probably going to be using notes for your informative speech, so I want to talk a little bit about preparing your notes and using your notes. We'll talk about vocal variety, and I've got a whole bunch of exercises to help you practice some of these delivery techniques at home. So that's kind of where we're going this week. So in the end, these assignments should be useful to you in a very tangible daily way. So all of our attention this week to introductions and conclusions, and especially to ethos and delivery, should help you in each and every informative presentation that you give. This is about helping you refine who you are as a speaker, that persona that you have when you stand up to deliver information, when you're educating an audience about a new topic. So in that sense, what our concern is not necessarily who you are in the privacy of your home, but who you are, what you are when you stand up to deliver a speech. So that's where we're going this week, so let's go ahead and get to it.